What's up, guys? Welcome to the podcast. It's a UAP Finals Game 1 post-game reaction of the next day. It's Nico here with Mario. What happened between the UP fighting Maruz up against the De La Salle Green Archers? I was there live. It was a crazy atmosphere. Not I have never. It's a atmosphere in Araneta that I haven't felt in a while. Ganda talaga na support from both sides.
Oh yeah.
And another thing that's surprising is the result. For at least for
I
me, or at least
mean,
most people. No. Not the UP win, but it's more of how they won. Cause
uh,
because they didn't play like that in the first two rounds. But yeah,
but
ikaw Mario, ikaw ano yung surprising thing for you as you were
okay,
watching?
ganito kasi yun. People kept saying, to me, I'm just how I understand it. People kept saying na, when we said na, there was no QMB and there was no JD for one game and the other one and the other. People were like, oh, that doesn't really necessarily matter. Diba sinasabi
Sa
nila yun?
comments natin, sa
Yeah.
comments natin.
People kept
People
saying,
were
and
saying that
even
in the
like in
comments.
general, even in other pages, when people would say that, they'd be like, it doesn't matter.
It does. For
But
us, it
then,
does.
hey, all of a sudden, guys, it matters. Uh,
Biglang, oh shit, nga pala.
Genuinely, it does matter because the two of them together are a very scary tandem to play against. JD Kagulangan, I mentioned this. Whoever between JD Kagulangan and KQ came out aggressive was gonna help UP win. Was gonna help their team win the game. And
Mhm.
admittedly, both came out naman fairly aggressive. Especially KQ. KQ came out second quarter fairly aggressive naman talaga. But then it was in the third. It was in that random moment in the second quarter. I know it. I know this exact moment
Mm-mm.
when Boris Malasigan um
Block
taunted,
Baila.
blocked Jacob Baila and stared him down. And from there, it kind of just flipped, right? Um at that moment, they from there it felt like Jacob Baila started defending KQ. And not to say that Jacob Baila stopped KQ on his own. That's a crazy thing to say. I would never say such a statement like that. But he did some of the best defense I've seen somebody put on KQ in a long time. He's just a rookie. Crazy that he's just a rookie, not gonna lie. But he's very good. It was crazy good defense on the end from Jacob Baila. And again, that's what I said. Whichever team can keep their focus in the game, I 100% believe would win the game. And UP looked very focused yesterday, not gonna lie. The only time I saw something out of focus from UP was when JD kind of taunted after he blocked, I think it was David. Uh,
Ramiro. It is Ramiro. He
Ramiro
blocked
ba?
Ramiro
Oh yeah,
eh.
Ramiro,
Yeah,
Ramiro,
yeah.
Ramiro.
It was Ramiro. It was Ramiro.
Yeah. It was the only time I saw that anybody on UP was out of focus. And he wasn't even taunting the LSU. He was kind of just shouting at the crowd,
At,
diba?
at hindi siya nakatingin kay Ramiro. He was looking
Yeah.
at the UP crowd.
You look at the
So,
UP crowd. He's just
but
hyping up his
it was a
crowd.
rare show of emotion. There you go. Yeah, rare show of
Yeah.
emotion.
He was just hyping up his own crowd. So that was no
Yeah.
problem for JD Kagulangan. And again, that's UP was very focused yesterday. Kitang-kita mo. And they had a very, very, very good game plan on on the offensive end. Ina, no Mike Phillips on the court, I'm going up the rim. Yan yung usapan. Uh, and this was a bad shooting day for UP. From three, these guys were dog yesterday from three. Well, I don't really
Also
have
for Lasal. Also for Lasal. They were 6 for 26 while UP was 4 for 21.
that kind of equals out now. But
Mm-mm.
yeah, I mean,
But the point remains that their 3-point shooting didn't
yeah,
connect again.
neither of the team, yeah, the UP
Yeah.
shooting still didn't connect. And we know LaSalle more is a more 3-point shooting needed team. So there's that, which we'll discuss later. Uh, so yeah, any initial thoughts go of the game.
Mm-mm.
The second thing is, I mean, third thing is, I think there are four people who are very pro ready. Um,
Okay, four
in
people.
this
Okay.
final. Obviously this Kevin Kiambao is pro ready.
JD.
JD Kagulangan is pro ready. I don't know where he's gonna go, if it's abroad or the Philippines, or if he stays in the PBA. But JD Kagulangan is pro ready. Um, what's his
Q.
UMB is pro ready, even if he technically has no choice but to go pro. um, he is pro ready,
No
and I
choice. Kahit
think
gusto niya man. No
yeah,
choice. He has to leave.
kahit hindi ka pro ready QMB, kailangan
Kailangan
mag
mo
pro ready ka
umalis.
na. Pro ready ka na. Wala kang choice. And
Yeah,
then Mike Phillips, I think, is very very close to being pro ready, if not already there.
very true.
very exciting on that end for both for everybody on that in the series, and you could see it yesterday in the crowd. Everybody was into this game, man. I
Hmm.
wasn't I wasn't there live. I think I might be there for game two, but you could see it in the crowd. Every single shot, every single thing mattered to them. It kahit 2-0 pa lang yan, grabe na yung sigawan. It was crazy.
Oh, tapos dagdag na rin natin, no, on what UP did, right? Or some things that went into my head while patapos na yung laro, no? UP was able to prevent LaSalle. Di ba mga keys to the game tayo? That
Yeah.
LaSalle's number one in scoring. You gotta put down their assist from 20.7. You gotta bring that to less than that. And LaSalle had 15 assists. And guess what? 18 turnovers.
Hey, we
So
talked about that, man.
yeah,
We
so
did
that's
say,
what. So natutuwa ako when you get things right, no, in
yeah,
our parang mga preview.
yeah. We
Another
did
thing
say,
is, yeah, we definitely did say that. Tapos yun nga, just because of the lack of assists, the lack of ball movement, which we're gonna talk about again later, it led to just 65 points for LaSalle, which is below their average, no. But kudos to UP. It was a I have not seen UP play like this throughout the whole season. That's why in a way it was surprising. And with that, another surprising guy that popped out
ah,
yesterday was QMB.
boy.
This is the first time that I've seen UP play through QMB in the second half, or at least not the whole game because it's first half di naman eh. It's the second half. They were
Bro,
playing through him and he was bulldozing Mike.
grabe yung ginagawa ni QMB kahapon on posting up. I was surprised. I haven't seen QMB post up. I
Same.
maybe
What?
in maybe this whole season. Maybe he's posted up like 4 or 5, 6 times max. But yesterday, this guy was head down. Putek, get out of the fucking
Tabi.
way. I am taking Mike into the paint. It'll be a baby hook. It'll be a reverse layup where I will find somebody wide open. Grabe yung ginagawa ni QMB kahapon. And this is the size advantage that UP has. I think people forget. QMB is 6'11", 6'10",
6'10",
6'11".
6'11" with a
Yeah.
7'2" wingspan. Ganun.
Mike Phillips is 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah.
Hey guys, that's
six
three
eight
whole
on a good day.
that's 3 whole inches. And again, none of your FSAs are playable at
Yeah, yeah,
this
yeah.
point.
Okay na
No
yun.
offense.
Cancelled out na yun. Cancelled out na yun.
Like, oh my god, I just want to bring this up, man. There was this one play by I forgot his first name.
Agonane? Agonane,
No, no,
Henry?
no, 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 no. Kabila. Ito.
Dikachi.
Dikachi.
Dikachi. Yeah.
Where he just saved the ball from going out of bounds, even if nobody from UP touched it, and it went to DLSU. That's when David got cramps, actually.
Ah,
Or yeah, I think that's when David got cramps. In
hindi
the
niya
same possession.
kinaya. Oh, this is stupid.
I was so surprised, and then after that play, they just subbed him out. They were like, "Nah,
This is
you, you,
not
you come
mentally
back
ready.
in,
Not
you come
mentally
back in,
ready.
man." that was that was fun. I watched though. Just a random insert. Napanood ko yung other FSA ng UP, yung next season.
Si no si Francis Noroka. Sorry guys, correct me if I'm wrong na lang. Noroka? Basta si
Yeah.
Francis yeah, Noroka, parang
Hey, that
ganun.
guy looks good, man. That guy looks decent. That guy looks pretty good for UP. Doesn't look that big though, but then he has a touch. Anyway, I'll talk about it.
Anyway, yeah, yeah.
Oh, sorry. So yeah, QMB yesterday looked different, man. It felt like he won. He's alam niya last year niya eh. This is his only time. This is the only time scouts from the PBA, if ever he goes to the PBA, are
And the
gonna
fact na
see.
he's a Gilas candidate. So parang
Yeah.
kailangan niya pakita rin kay Coach Tim na
Nagpapakitang gilas na
hindi lang
nagpapakitang gilas na rin siya.
offensive rebound. Yeah.
Yeah. I have no problem with him doing that, man. And honestly, from everything yesterday, my hope is that KQ, obviously KQ is a Gilas member for the long
He's a
run.
core. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a
my
core.
biggest hope is that both Mike and QMB are both Gilas eligible. Um I think I'm not sure kasi about if either of them are. I know
Hindi ako
QMB,
sure kay di ba si QMB he just confirmed or
parang alam ko pinag-uusapan pa nila, diba? Parang it's in the works. Something like,
anyway, yeah. Yung si Mike
anyway,
kasi naglaro na sa Asian Games. Ay, Southeast Asian Games pero iba kasi rules ng SEA
iba yung
Games
rules
sa ano
nun.
eh,
Yeah,
sa
yeah.
FIBA.
But I would love to see this. Ang laki na natin bigla, no?
Pero hindi mo pwede pagsabay yung dalawang yun ha. Dude, those fucking
Yeah,
spacings
pero
gonna fuck.
all of a sudden, for the years before this, we were all worried about the size of Gilas, right? I mean, like, before the
As we
Kai
were growing
Soto
up, that
rules.
was
Yeah.
majority of my
We were
growing
like,
up years.
no offense, I love you, Mark Pringish, but holy shit, man. You're like six
He's
five,
six
six
six,
six.
6'5", 6'6" on a good day.
Man, yeah, man, you ain't a big. You ain't the center in the international game. But so now the Philippine team has a lot to look
Mm-mm.
forward to. a lot. It's getting really fun, and QMB I think is gonna be. I hope is gonna be a part of that. If not, he's gonna be a problem in the PBA. I think. Just his genuine skill level at his position. He passes very well, and his defense is very good, talaga.
Yeah, and QMB did all the right things. He had 17 points, 9 rebounds, 2 steals, a block. Oh, I gotta insert this, Mario. Francis Lopez, we told he's gonna be an X factor.
Hey
And
man.
we told you guys in the previous podcast, para sa mga nakinig at least, no?
Yeah,
Pero at kung di pa nakikinig, sige pakinggan nyo na past episode na Francis Lopez has to show up here. He's historically had a bad season against the De La Salle Green Archers this season, 87,
yeah.
but he showed out here. 13 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, and 4 blocks.
It wasn't just him showing up; it was him keeping his mind in the game. It. I
Agree.
understand. Okay, when you have the athleticism and yung jumping ability ni Francis Lopez, you do always want the flaunt or the flex or something. I understand it. If I had that, I would be flexing all the time too. Don't worry. But man, the fact he was able to keep his mind in the game was so big time for me.
And he's just working on his yung ano niya, strengths niya, Mario.
Yeah,
And his strengths are attacking and
yeah,
putting the pressure on the LaSalle perimeter defense, and he
yeah,
had no answer for him as well. Especially in
yeah.
third quarter, he's one of the catalysts on why UP was able to get back that lead.
Bro, my biggest thing for me was um he had foul trouble, I think, to start the game, right?
Oh,
Uh
first
yeah,
half.
but he did not let that stop him in the second half. That's what I appreciated the most about what Francis Lopez did yesterday. Tang, ina, again, he has the ability. We've been saying this. He has the ability as long as he keeps his game focused, he keeps his mind focused, and he had it yesterday. That's big for UP if they can if Francis Lopez can continue to carry that into game two. Along with, I'll move on to our second point. Along with um Jacob Baila being somehow, some way, the best defender on UP all of a sudden. If
It
they're
was a
able to
surprise.
get
That was a surprise for sure.
that,
Nobody expected
genuinely
that.
surprised me, bro.
Nobody had that in their bingo card that Baila is
Yeah,
going to be the main defensive stopper against the MVP.
yeah, and not to be ano not to be ano to like Shantor Kulas and Raylan Torres, but Jacob yesterday I think was really the best defender on KQ. No doubt about it. I think KQ only scored 1 or 2 points when it was
One that one point was also just from a free throw. He had
yeah.
no field goals in the second half.
And I think it started
Zero.
when Jacob was on him.
It was all
Uh,
on Jacob, yeah. Mm.
Genuinely such a brilliant defensive mind game plan from Coach Goldwyn the whole game, in especially in the second half. That second half it was suffocating, Gagi. You could not breathe with UP's defense in the second half. And that's what Coach Goldwyn is. We did say this in our previous podcast. Na Coach Gold is a defensive coach. Coach Gold is a defensive minded coach. They will struggle in the half court, in which we did see it yesterday naman. Nag-struggle naman talaga sa half court. Once DLSU got in that 2-3 zone, the 11-12 point lead turned into 4. Diba?
Mm.
So they do have their
The fourth
problems, yeah.
quarter.
They really have their problems half court. Pero again, their defense spurs them. Yung tapik ng bola, yung active hands ng guards nila, the fact that LeBron and QMB at the rim are very hard to go up against. UP's defense looks really, really, really good. And it started with shutting down KQ. I do
Eh,
think at some point in the second half, what were those shots, man? No offense. Some of those shots I don't think were good shots for him to take. I understand he was feeling good. First half, di siya nagmimintis eh. I would feel good about myself also, diba? Pero in the second half, some shots just weren't there, I think, for him to take.
Yeah, we're gonna discuss more on KQ playing hero ball and why that's not a good thing for the De La Salle Green Archers and why it actually cost them the game. But before that, let's go to JD Kagulangan. Played awesome
Mm-hmm.
yesterday as well. He was composed. He was moving the ball around. 13
Yeah.
points, 5 assists, a steal and 2 blocks. And unfortunately for LaSalle, walang nasagot si Lian Ramiro and David who yun nga no, had to go down due to cramps. But Ramiro looked what do you call this? Outclassed by JD.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I've been saying. I don't think DLSU has a point guard, man. Like
Na-expose dito sa game na
a
to. This
steady
finals game
point
one.
guard. I don't think they have a steady point guard talaga. this is what we said na this is where you need an Evan Nelly who
Do you
will
think
lift.
David is masquerading as a point guard considering he's really a legit two or small
I
ball two?
genuinely think Ramiro, David, and Austria are all twos, dude. They are all twos. They are all
Masquerading as
scoring
point
twos.
guards.
Not me massive. I mean, it's just what the system is requiring of them.
Okay, okay.
Kasi wala nga silang ibang option. They have Rubico, I guess. Rubico ba is the... Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Rubico is a point guard but
Yeah, pero you have
hindi pa
to use
ready,
this
hindi pa
guy the
ready.
whole season. Alangan naman, gamitin na siya bigla ngayon, di ba? That's the problem, I think, for DLSU is you don't have that point guard who will calm your team down talaga when you need it. KQ is a very 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 good talent. There's a reason he's highly recruited everywhere he goes, diba? He's highly recruited right now. Pero you need somebody to steady your offense. Because KQ is gonna shoot, man. He knows his role is to shoot. He knows his role is to create the offense. Pero you need a point guard talaga who can steady everybody else. When KQ sat down, I think that's when the run propagated, no? It was in that like 5 minute stretch in the third quarter, 4 or 5 minute stretch in the third quarter, when you sat down KQ and all of a sudden it was just hard to get scoring going. I understand that this is the roster you have right now. Pero yun nga, you don't really have a one right now if you're DLSU.
Yeah, and one of the things where things went wrong for DLSU was that yes, like it could be a hot take. I don't know how sure you guys would respond to this, but yes, of course, KQ was amazing in the first half. All the impossible shots, all the shots off the dribble, it was going in, right? But in the second half, in a way, I think that went to his head that it negated what makes him special, which is to move the ball around, which is being also a floor general. And if KQ is being boxed into just being a scorer, which was ingrained in his
Look
head
like
na
the game
I'm
plan.
hot, I'm hot, akin yung
Yeah.
bola.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do what I did in the first half. Nobody got fed. Nobody ate
Yeah.
from Lasal. 'Di ba? Nasira yung ball movement. In turn, what makes him special is the ball movement.
Yeah.
Nawala yun.
Very well
And mas
done.
maraming turnovers than assists. I have not seen that from the DLSU this whole season. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. If meron man, maybe 1 or 2 games. But dito siya pinaka-glaring.
I think you said DLSU kasi it had more to do with UP's defense, not gonna lie. Yung turnovers ng DLSU, I think it had a lot more to do with UP's defense than yung lack of point guard. Obviously, it has an effect on it. Pero yung defense ng UP talaga kahapon, for me, yung nagko-cause ng turnovers. Ang daming tapik eh. Free ball yung tapik nila eh, as in literal. And then, ayun, it did look a little messy from KQ in the second half. I understand. I will repeat this. I understand he was hot in the first half, guys.
Mm.
Alam namin yun. Mainit talaga siya. But then at some point in that second half, he couldn't get his rhythm going, and yet he was still kind of to an extent.
Medyo pinipilit niya pa eh.
Yeah, there were
Oo.
like 4 or 5 or 6 or 3, 4 or 5 or 6 shots that I didn't think was the great option, was the best option at the time, right? But then it happens. I do very much expect KQ. He knows. I think he knows. But he did talk. He did talk in that
He didn't
in the
talk
post
sa
game.
he was dire-diretso siya.
Yeah,
I was in the Araneta tunnel. He he was dire-diretso siya. And okay lang yun. That's fine. He's
yeah,
frustrated as well. And I'm sure he wants to avoid the questions of some reporters na, uy, ano balita doon sa KBL mo? I'm sure tatanungin nila
yeah,
sa kanya
yeah.
yun.
Dude,
That was
that's the problem right now.
di ba? So
Right?
he's like, bye, I'm not gonna talk about that.
Yeah, that's the problem right now. I think is everybody is so focused on KQ, um, moving to the KBL. And I forgot who posted it. I think it was like the Recticano. Tama ba?
What? Ay,
The
Recticano
Recticano.
posted na it's fake news daw. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know about if it's fake news. I don't wanna talk about that. But I do think that it has
It has
it
legs to
is
it. There's
it
legs to that.
yeah, and it also kind of is in the head of of maybe of KQ or even of DLSU,
Feel mo?
the
Feel ko
entire
wala.
division. I
Feel
think it
ko
does.
wala.
Kasi personally, I'm if I know that I'm going somewhere soon, I'm not risking injury. Alam mo yung mga ganun. Like I don't
Mm.
wanna say that it's true. I don't think if it's not true, it's not true. Like for like what Rick Ticano said. If Rick Ticano said na fake news yung kay KQ, then for now I will believe that. But then to me there is an effect on players when you know that you're about to go leave for something. Parang ano, you know how like before the holiday season, you don't go out as much para di ka magkasakit. Alam mo yun? Yung parang ganun.
Mm.
In that, parang, it's the same for me. Na, if you know you're about to go somewhere and earn the biggest money of your career, you're not gonna risk injury. But then, again, I'm saying na, this is just how it could have been. It could be if people are assuming it has an effect. I do think it might have an effect if it's true, and it could rub off maybe on the other players. Kasi, this is how I see it. This is how I see it. Na, it really could have an effect.
Well, well, for me, feel ko wala naman talaga zero close to, for me, yun na iniisip ko, yung perspective ko at least. It's more of, pangit na talaga laro niya kahapon sa second half. He was checked
Ah,
and, yeah,
I'm not
he
saying
was,
that that's the reason. I'm not saying that that's the reason why he
mm,
struggled in the second half. I'm just saying that it could have an effect if it's true. The reason talaga na he had a bad game yesterday. That happens. Yun he had
mm,
a bad game. That's it. Period. People miss shots sometimes. Pero
yeah, that's true.
what I'm saying is, if ever the rumors are true, I do think it has a genuine effect sometimes on people's gameplay.
Yeah, true. Next one here, yung kay David, no, if we could just go through it. He had 9 rebounds, but it's only 2 points, an assist, a steal. Didn't make a three-pointer.
Mhm.
Some guys, like, di ba sinasabi natin sila JC Makalalag, that that could help out LaSalle's cause, played 24 minutes. 0 points, 0 for 4, 2 assists and a turnover. So, yung mga usuals mo are not
Yeah.
contributing. Tapos, well, at least EJ Goliano was there, 11
EJ
points, 4
Goliana played
rebound.
well first quarter.
In the first half,
Yeah,
first quarter pala. Or
first quarter.
sabihin natin first half na lang, first half na lang.
Yeah.
And then he was also checked in the second half. He never got a go. I mean, let's not expect
Yeah.
that from EJ Goliana. EJ Goliana is he's a role player. He knows what he's
Energy
supposed
guy,
to
energy guy yan, energy guy.
energy guy, gets you the occasional offensive boards,
Yeah, yeah.
but
But
not
hey, man,
really change things.
for me, this whole series is kind of summed up by right now, which in the game yesterday is which star is coming out to play, right? That's what how I see the series so far is which star is gonna come out to play. Yesterday, it was JD Kagulangan and QNB.
Mm-mm.
On the other side is which X factor is gonna come out and play. And yesterday the X factor was Jacob Baila. Um, so like for DLSU going into game two, this series is far from over, guys. Last year nanalo din UP ng game one. Like this is not new. This isn't something that they aren't used to. UP also won game one last season. But you need an X factor right now if you're DLSU. Mike Phillips played well. Mike Phillips played well,
It
even
was
if
okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
even if QMB was attacking him on offense. Mike Phillips still played well. He was grabbing rebounds. He was scoring. Especially in that fourth quarter, he kept them back in that game, diba? QMB in the first, QMB, KQ in the first half played well. But who is that next guy gonna be, diba? You need somebody to actually genuinely affect this game as much as the stalwarts of UP can. Kasi if it's just KQ and Mike again on Wednesday, it could be hard for DLSU. Not gonna lie. You need somebody like Jacob Cortez today. Next season pa yun.
Jacob Cor- Jacob Cortez.
Next season pa yun. Season pa
Where
yun.
do we pull that? Where do we pull him out from?
It's called next season. I mean, this season it has to be maybe one of David or Austria or Boris Marasigan. What somebody has to
To be
help
fair, Austria had
KQ.
7 points. To be fair, Austria had 7 points.
You need more, man.
Yeah, you need.
Okay. How much did you feel those 7 points?
Wala, hindi masyado.
Di
Hindi ko
ba?
talaga nararamdaman.
Yung
Hindi kasi umiikot
Baila,
yung
ilang
bola eh.
points?
Hindi talaga umiikot yung bawal bola eh.
Ilang points si Baila?
I think Baila only had like 7. 5 lang nga lang
Oh,
eh. Pero ramdam-ramdam mo yung
oh,
plus
pero ramdam mo
18.
nandyan siya, di ba? Uh, Abadiano hit big shots at the end, even if uh, he was struggling for most of the game. Again, you need that X factor because it looks like 100%. It looks like all the stars are coming out to play. It looks like KQ is coming out to play. It looks like Mike is coming out to play. It looks like QMB is coming out to play. It looks like JD is coming out to play. So who is the X factor gonna come from? Yesterday it was Jacob Baila. Maybe in game two it could be somebody from DLSU. But for me, here I'm gonna say this in the most way I can, in the best way I can. You
Mm.
still had a bad Harold Alarcon game, man.
He was foul trouble eh. Foul trouble si
Yeah,
Harold. So,
exactly. And you lost the game. I know Harold hasn't been great this season, but then we said it that Harold Alarcon in this finals will be massive. He wasn't massive yesterday, and they still won the game. Alam mo yun?
uh,
Now all of a sudden, this series to me has kind of flipped into a sense na it is gonna be a battle of the X Factor na lang. You're gonna get the same from JD, QMB, KQ, and Mike. It's just who is gonna be which supporting cast is gonna rally behind them na lang talaga.
yeah. Very much. That's what happened during the game. So game two will be in the MOA Arena.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens kung how Lasal will adjust to this kind of UP.
I
And we're not
expect
gonna.
I
What do you
expect
expect?
KQ to be going crazy in game two. This guy, I obviously DLSU is not gonna go down without a fight. I don't expect DLSU to go down without a fight. KQ is gonna come out raring hot in game two, 100%. It's just I'm curious to see who is really gonna step up talaga. I think DLSU has a chance if Marasigan or Makalalag step up. It has to be one of them. It has to be one of them if you ask me. For
Yeah,
UP, baka if all of bad shit nga si Terence Fortea and Harald kahapon eh.
but
Like,
na ano naman ng ibang ano, like
exactly.
other factors.
So UP nga has a lot of players kasi who can.
Yeah, they have a lot. They have
They
like,
have a
okay, who's
lot who
next?
can. Yeah. So I'm curious to see how it's gonna go. What do you think? What do you think? I think obviously I know you're gonna say DLSU is gonna win game two because I know you love do or die games, man.
I love do or die games.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
know
guys,
you love.
I'm a UAP fan. So I want
Yeah.
things to reach game three. Even when
Yeah.
Ateneo was in the finals, sabi ko, "Ano game three yan?"
We know like
Iba yung, that's our
Nicola.
game seven. We
Yeah,
are products of game sevens.
yeah.
So, I'm sorry,
Nicole
kahit
loves
I'm rooting
those.
for my team, ihingin ko pa rin, pero mag game 3 na lang para
Yeah,
ma-decide talaga kung sino yung
yeah.
champion.
It's gonna be fun. I genuinely might go UPN too. It might really.
I,
It
Ito,
all
last thing for Lasal pala, Mario. Who's gonna be your Francis Escandor this year? Di ba, if had the game to at least a change, di ba? Like, who's gonna be
yeah.
that guy that just pops out of nowhere?
Again,
Di
that's what
ba?
I said.
So,
Like, who's gonna be that third guy who had that X factor for DLSU talaga? Like, sino talaga yun? Kasi UP, maraming pwede sa UP eh. Who is it gonna be for DLSU? We'll see in game two talaga. Uh, eh, a lot of these things, people will expect DLSU to come back in game two. Obviously, that's just the expected thing to happen because they are supposedly the favorites to win this. But if nobody comes out for DLSU to help Mike and KQ, baka tapos na yan.
yeah. Anyway, interesting how this is how going to end, no? But yeah, guys, for those on Spotify, like, follow. Oh no, sorry, follow 5-star rating. For those on YouTube, like, follow. No, like, comment, subscribe. I'm kind of off. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys next time. We're gonna have a post game reaction sa game. Tutingnan natin kung UP will sweep against Lasal or will Lasal have another life in them. See you guys next time. Nico here with Mario. See you guys. Peace.
Congrats, Mapua.